Yesterday afternoon I was praying, I saw the earth crust. ಭೂಮಿ ಒಳಗೆ ನೋಡಿದೆ ನಾನು, earth crust. And I saw in the earth crust movement happening. Rapid movements happening in the earth crust. ಭೂಮಿಯ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನೋ ಚಲನೆಗಳು, ಮಾರ್ಪಾಟಗಳು ನಡೀತಾ ಇತ್ತು. I could see, things moving like the realigning and things going like that in the earth. And I asked the Lord, what is it? The Lord spoke to me, son, pray. There will be massive earthquakes. He said to me, massive, not earthquakes, massive earthquakes. This year you will hear a lot of massive earthquakes. Pray against it. The Lord told me, tell your church, start praying for the protection of God, for the people of God during these earthquakes. I saw one particular city, I'm not sure. I think it was California. I saw big cracks, big, huge cracks happening in one place. Breaking out is happening from inside the earth. Everything breaking out. I saw one more thing happening is I saw under the earth fiery things, like a red fire things moving. I was wondering what it is, and God spoke to me, dormant volcanoes will erupt. Some volcanoes that became cooled down for many years, they will start erupting.
A massive underwater volcano in Tonga triggered tsunami waves across the world. The volcano caused significant damage in the Pacific country, so much so that the waves rocked boats and vessels as far as New Zealand and California. The nation of Tonga was virtually cut off from the rest of the world after a massive volcanic blast crippled communication lines in the Pacific island. The explosion has also stalled all emergency relief efforts as of now. It has been 2 days since the Tonga volcano exploded. The eruption cloaked Tonga in a film of ash. It triggered a Pacific-wide tsunami and released shockwaves that wrapped around the entire planet. The eruption was so powerful that it was recorded around the world and heard as far away as Alaska. It triggered giant waves along the Pacific coastlines from Japan to the United States. And since then, only fragments of information has filtered through. Humanitarian aid agencies are now mobilizing their networks to respond to the same, to what it calls the worst volcanic eruption that the Pacific has experienced in decades.
A huge plume of ash, steam and gas rising up from the ocean near Tonga, the result of a huge eruption from an underwater volcano. So powerful that images of it were captured by satellites orbiting the Earth. While its impact was felt 500 miles away in Fiji.
It also caused a shock wave, which is an atmospheric pressure wave, which is well visible in the satellite footage. So that is something that we do not see every day. So that seems like it's a really large event, possibly one of the larger explosive eruptions of the century.
Not long after the blast, a tsunami hit Tonga, with waves crashing through streets and buildings. This is as far away as Australia, Japan, Chile and the west coast of America.
Get off the beach. This is a tsunami warning.
Authorities in California urging people to get off the beach just before flooding started there too.
Why this happening is not a judgment of God. It's like the nature itself is now travailing for the manifestation of sons of God. The nature is saying enough is enough. When nature was submitted to the fall by the man, but the nature wants to be delivered from that.